Chantalo.
Mama Shakapia, Grenada to Cameroon.
I know that some of you might not like this video. And I know that some of you might love this video. Which pageant was the best in Africa and which one was the worst? Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Miss Criticizer 2021. Hey! If you're here for the very first time, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more updates as I'm coming to you. Now, some of you might be wondering, what is going on? What is Miss Criticizer doing? Oh my God! I said we are approaching the end of the year, yes. And we have to look back at the national pageants that were hosted. And this is just my opinion, where I would be ranking it from the best to the worst per country. So yes, and also, please don't feel offended, especially when it's the organizers. Yes, we do this for bands, but at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. I just feel that there are some things that could be improved. We all learn and we all grow when we receive constructive criticism. It's not to bash anybody. I am very passionate when it comes to pageants. And I know that hosting one it's not perfect. It's only one person that can do it. It's not perfect. Now, in my opinion, I always say you either do it well or you don't. It's not by force to try and do it, yeah? But it's okay. I give you a chance. At least they've made an effort. So I'm not going to hold you up any further. Let me now so I'll be ranking it from the best to the worst. Yes, this is going to be a very long video, so please stay tuned. This video might be split into two. Thank you. So, on number 1 is South Africa. Now, I'm not sure if some of you have watched my previous video that I've done when I reviewed Miss South Africa, and I only had positive things to say. Like I said, it's well produced, great production. The crown, they spent a lot of money on it. Even attention to detail. We're also talking about a world-class presenter that they had, Bonang. Her fashion was on point. The fashion of the delegates was also on point. What was also a plus is that they had this reality show, which is Crown Chasers. It's been there for I think 2 or 3 years now, and that also helped because we were able to see their journey and how everything was. So that's a big plus. Now, I know me personally, I've said, oh God, a reality show with pageants, it's not going to work. But eventually I had the chance to watch it, and to be honest, there was no drama. It was tastefully done. It was classy. It also propelled the delegates on how the real world is in the pageantry world. It gave self-motivation. It was basically a good boot camp, a proper boot camp, and they managed to work with the sponsors. So we were able to see how they would incorporate the sponsors in the reality show. So they would work with the energy drink, they would design their own fashion, which was also with the clothing sponsor. So that one I gave an A for it. Stage production, everything was good. Also, they had the sign language on the screen, which is also an official language in South Africa. So to be honest, it was good. It also felt organic. I've also highlighted that they've shown the genesis of Miss South Africa. We've managed to see how it evolved and all that. So they basically put everything to it. And even for me, I feel like if I would win Miss South Africa, I would be content. I would not feel the need to go the way they made it. It's like there's so much value for that pageant. nationally, so it doesn't even, you don't even need to feel the need like, oh my god, I have to go to the international one to really make it, you know. Those are the things that I was looking for. The prices, oh, you cannot deny the prices, also high valued. The sound effect was good, production was a 10. I cannot say anything bad. Now the dislikes, I've said it in the previous video, it's not so much, to be honest. I just wish that we had a cultural segment. Like I said, South Africa is also rich in culture. They have various ethnicities, cultures, tribes. I would have loved to see the Zulu cultural clothing, or the Xhosa one, or the Swana, like so many other various ones. That's just what I like. But again, I was explained how things are, so you cannot always get your way. So that was the only thing for me, but for the rest, everything was good. Number 2 for me is Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast also had a good stage production. Oh my god, the venue was massive. I liked how they put the seating, the table. It felt like a gala. It felt really nice. The production too was also amazing, was stunning. And the show was 2 hours, so that was a plus for me, because it was simple, it was short, it was not dragging or anything. It also had a good atmosphere to it. Like, I think I would enjoy sitting there. It felt so relaxed. Like, it didn't feel boring or stretched out that you'll be on your phone, you know. So I really liked it. I also like the opening. The opening was amazing when they came in their ethnic wear, when they danced, and the backdrop felt very African. Like they stuck with the theme. I really liked it. And also the performances of the artists that they brought were also good. They performed well, even though they were lip syncing. I noticed they were lip syncing, but it's okay. I give it to them. They actually killed it. Also, I liked the outfits that the ladies came with. The second outfit was quite cute. I think it was the second or the third outfit, where it was giving me like the 80s type of air hostess, or but then looking at the background, I see a ship, so I'm thinking, okay, this is more like a marine's wife type of style. So it was really nice. It was very elegant. I actually liked it. It was classy. And yeah, and everything was good. The presenters also did a very amazing job. They did well. They were not putting us to sleep. They were engaging with the public, very professional. Everything was done well. The only dislike, now when it comes to the dislikes, I felt like the evening gown was actually all the same, but it was in different colors. And again, I need the evening gown to be really unique from each other, you know. I don't want a unified evening gown, because that's, to me, the most relevant segment of the show. So that should have been unique. And also, my minus point is like 95% of them were wearing lace fronts. This is a topic for another day. Oh my god, 95% were wearing lace front. Like, I can understand a balance in when it comes to the hair. Some of the contestants will do natural hair, some of them will do low cut, some of them will do weaves, some of them will do curly hair, some of them will wear wigs, you know. But this one, like 96%, it's like only the girl with the, there was only one girl, she had low cut hair, like, and I know I'll be seeing it in the other shows too, but like Ivory Coast one was just the worst. But at the end of the day, I liked Ivory Coast one. Amazing, amazing, stunning. On number 3, I put Kenya. I actually liked how it was hosted, even though I've heard that there were a couple of mistakes that were made, but it seems like they've edited the video back. The pros is that at least they've got Olivia, the vice president of Miss Universe. They hosted her, and they also hosted Shanice. So Shanice is the Miss Universe winner of 2023. They were actually present at the event, and Miss Olivia was also a judge there. So I love that they started the show singing the national anthem. So everybody, all the guests, everybody has to sing the national anthem. That was a plus for me. I like the opening act. It was a group. They were singing Hakuna Matata, not the usual one. Hakuna Matata. They were really singing a nice song, like the culture of Kenya. This act, they're so good. They need to be booked for theater shows. Also, I liked when it came to the outfit part, something new that I'm seeing. I saw that they had like sport leisure. I'm not sure if that replaced the bathing suit, because they wore the bathing suit at the preliminary. But it was something different. I think it was very unique. I also like how they opened the show. So these are everyday girls, and the impact that it has made. They came from humble beginnings, so we kind of saw a vulnerable side to the delegates. And we also saw the behind the scenes when it came to their camp activities. We saw how they were hosting the preliminaries. We also loved seeing them being involved in the charities hosted by the their organization. I like the ethnic performance too of another man, the old man. he really did it. He came, he made the crowd alive. Everybody got off their seat, they were dancing, it was a party. The venue is okay. I'm not such a fan of the venue because I see that it's in a conference hall in a hotel. Yeah, so, and it feels like there were not, I don't know how to say, there were not really a lot of people. It was a reasonable amount. And the way I see it, the audience was made up more of investors, business people, maybe compared to the fans. Yeah, you did not really see everybody there. So I was not really such a fan of the venue, but it was okay. It was reasonable. It was well put together. The stage wasn't that big, but it was okay. It was reasonable. I've seen worse. The presenter, even though she's looking amazing, she's looking stunning, she's a bit too sexy. Like, do you want to outshine the other delegates? And you're wearing a crown too for decoration. I'm not sure if she was a former miss or not, but I don't think so. But you're wearing a crown as decor. Like, that was just a bit of the minus point. But she looks stunning. She's a beautiful girl. And also, when it came to that same outfit where they were dressed like Michael Jackson, I wish they all had the same shoes. I wish that the shoes was coordinated and it was unified, because I felt that was the only thing that was disorganized. Some girls were wearing ankle boots, some girls were wearing strappy heels. It was a bit all over the place, so I wish that was the only thing. They showed the swimsuit during the preliminary. I wish they did the swimsuit round in this coronation. Not everybody's going to watch the preliminary, that's the thing. Many people watch the final, and I feel like the swimsuit is also essential. The only part to which I was like, ugh, why didn't they bring the former or the reigning Miss Kenya, you know, to do her last walk, bid her farewell, and hand over the crown? We were presented with Shanice, who was the winner of Miss Universe. So she did the walk, and then when Irene walked, she was the one that put the crown on her head. So even though it was nice to have Shanice there, I mean, it adds more value to the pageant. I just wish they had the former Miss Kenya do that, but I understand they took over organization, but still. Number 4 is Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, one of my favorite countries, which I would love to visit. Never been there before, but I really, really want to go to Zim. Yeah. So, to be honest, Zimbabwe one has a lot of pros. I think the only reason why it was neck and neck between Zimbabwe and Kenya, but the only reason why is that Zimbabwe, please, you should have put the full coronation on YouTube. I was only presented with a 25-minute clip, so I could only go off what I was presented with. Yeah. Anyway, I'll proceed. I love the white intro dress that they had on when they had to, you know, I think they just dance a bit, cha-cha-cha. I liked it. It was cute. The presenters looked amazing. They dressed very, very well. Like, I cannot take that away from them. And I also know the CEO. The CEO is a very curvy lady, but she's very entrepreneurial. She's a boss lady. I think she and her daughter, they run this franchise. They're the dons. So I have to give it to them, like woman empowerment. But the performances were good. You know, the performing acts were good. I liked the venue. The stage was good. It wasn't hey hey hey, but it was good. I loved the venue. I loved everything, the seating, and it was very organized. Yeah, I loved the cultural costume segment. I felt like this was one of the strongest when it came to the Africa one in general. It was very good. They put in so much effort in it. It's almost similar to Miss Universe level. They put in effort in the costume. So I'm not even going to take that away from them. I also like that they put the voice of change. They even gave an award for the voice of change for any of the delegates. I think it was 2 delegates that got it. So I'm glad that they also put that one to the side. They included the voice for change one. And this is the only pageant that I've seen at the moment that does this. Now correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm missing some. The ladies are beautiful, they're stunning, they're well spoken, very presentable. Love their gowns, love their evening gowns. I liked all the outfits. The cons, I don't really have any cons. My only con is that the full episode was missing. I also wish that we would have seen more behind the scenes, like their camp activities, how they prepared themselves to the show and all that. But for the rest, everything was good. I loved it. So number five is Angola. So to be honest, Angola's one. Yeah, I could not find the 2024 one with the winner of this year. I'm not talking about the most recent one, which is for 2025. I could not find that show. So to be honest, what I ended up doing is I just took one video from 2023. So this one was quite interesting. Now, when it came to the stage and all that, I think they held it a bit in a theater. It was okay. It was okay. You know, at least they're managing. They said, you know what, we're sustaining this one and all that. So I understand. I actually love the opening act again. They came in a cultural performance, not the girls, but there was a performing act that came. The drums, the dance, very African. And I said, wow. This Miss Angola, they said they're doing something different. They're going with the African theme. And I'll explain to you that in a minute. What I really loved is that they made it an African theme. And each delegate had to present an African country. And you could basically see them holding the map of each country they're presenting. Yeah, in Africa. Now some might ask me like, okay, but this is Miss Angola. What does this have to do with Africa? And I understand it, but maybe Angola said, listen, we want to do something different. I also like that when they wore the African attire and they presented themselves, I love that they put Angelique Kidjo's music in the background, singing, hey mama, Africa. Very attention to detail. They didn't just put any random song. So at least they put the African theme song with how they present themselves. So that's attention to detail. And I really loved it. Now, I loved the self-care day we saw when behind the scenes when they had self-care day. They did their manicure, facials, hair. I also liked it that we saw the hairstylist, the salon, hair salons. They were styling their own hair in different ways. Very versatile. And unlike what has been happening now it seems like salons are rather styling lace fronts 90% of the time instead of the ladies' hair. And what are you talking about? Nowadays you go to salon, most of the girls, they just want to style their lace front. In their mind they think the lace front is their natural hair. I also liked that they've involved them in certain projects. You saw the opening of a new terminal at the airport. They gave them a tour. So it's really nice, showing them how to be business minded, showing them how, you know, to involve them in new developments and all that stuff in the aviation side. So I really like it. The swimsuit round was vibrant, was amazing. We had the dancers wearing kente, and then each of the girls with their bathing suit with the map of Africa. Loved it. Really loved it. That stood out to me. So to be honest, most of the things were good. Now the only con that I have is that Like I said, stage production. There was a time that the sound was a bit off, but I'm not going to be that petty. The nightgown, I felt it wasn't too strong enough for me. I know that the nightgown is African theme. Nothing wrong with that. We have amazing designers, but I feel like these nightgowns that they had is not Miss Universe level, if that makes sense. It's maybe like, okay, I'm just going to a friend's birthday, or I'm going to a baby christening ceremony. Yeah, when it comes to African designs, yeah, I'm just going to put it out there, because I look at fabrics, yeah, and it seems like most of these fabrics that I've seen, even though it's African print, it's coming from China. I can just see it. They're printing African print, but the fabric is too light. You know, the fabric is too light. It's not the original one. And I can see it, because when you have the real fabric, it's a bit more heavy. And there's ways that they can incorporate it, make it look expensive, make it look heavy. I'm sorry that I'm being critical of this, because I'm from Ghana, yeah. And in Ghana, when it comes to clothes and outfits that the tailor even put in, and we also have our own local GTP production, they print these fabrics. They have ways of how to make it look expensive. They add extra fabric. It looks very, very good. So for me, that was the only minus. But at the end of the day, all the ladies did well. They all look good. And yeah, I actually enjoyed Angola. Now, number 6 is Namibia. Namibia, again, I was just presented with a 20-minute video, not the full TV performance. So everything is going to look a bit different. Namibia was okay. The stage was perfect. The setting was good. I actually loved it. The clothes too, they did well. From all the stages, I liked it. I also liked that they had their cultural outfit from Namibia. Even though it was the same, but it was in different colors, it was okay. It was cute. I like that they paid attention to that. Again, my only con is that the full episode was not on YouTube, so I've missed out certain things. I don't know how maybe other things went, like behind the scenes, how they did the preliminaries, how they did their camp, how they did the advocacy and all that. So it was just a chop thing. But I also saw the current girl for Miss Charm in this Miss Universe Namibia. I said, oh, is she not the one? I think she made it in the top 5. Yeah, she was okay. I was just not a fan of the crown, if that makes sense. The crown, I was not a fan. I know what they were going with it. I was just not a fan of the crown. But yeah, everything looks good. The gowns look good. Swimsuit round looks good. I cannot complain about it. Number 7 is Senegal. Yes. Number 7 is Senegal. So with Senegal, let me call out the pros. I like the setting. Stage was good. It was held in a theater. It was amazing. Now when it comes to the floor stage that they were standing on, it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. But they tried their best. I like how it was organized. We had the reigning queen actually sitting on her throne in the middle, whereas all the girls walked out. I think it was a nice concept that they did. I love the energy of the host. He was very engaging. He was very lively. He was making jokes about himself, how short he is amongst these beautiful, stunning ladies. And he hyped the public. I actually loved his energy. Very, very good. Now, I hated his outfit. He could have come up with something better. Do you know how many beautiful cultural Senegalese wears there are? And you're wearing this awful outfit. That was the only thing. The female host too was also good. She's beautiful, engaging. Both of them did well. The audience, the fans were lively. Like you could hear the fans shouting from the back. They said, whoo, hey, the fans were lively. And I said, damn, the spirit is really there. And we had dignitaries, we had very important people that attended. Wow, you literally saw the balance. I like this musical performance. They did very well, very amazing. Love the cultural segment showing the diversity of their culture. They basically said which state they're coming from. And They were repping their region proudly, with pride. Yes, where I come from, this is what we eat. This is what we have been practicing. Like I could literally see it. I also liked the third, the lower third. Of course, you know, when it comes to TV, we have the lower third where we see the name. We see, because you cannot memorize the name, so we see the name, we see their age, we see their height. That's what I like that they showed. It's not necessary. Usually they still introduce themselves with their name, but every time a delegate came up, they put the lower third up. So I also like how they during break time, while we were waiting, they brought the other queens that were there on a visit. So we saw Miss Togo, Miss Gambia, Miss Guinea Conakry. They came, the current ones, and I think they were from the Miss World version. They came, and then we saw them, and yeah, and they also thanked them. So Miss Senegal organization thanked them for visiting them. They made them home. So it was really good. It felt like a family. I really love it. And also there was this segment where they were wearing formal wear, like business wear, formal wear, because they don't do swimsuit. I think it's based on the religion, so that replaced the swimsuit edition, which, to be honest, it's good. They made it their own. Loved it. It's not by force. Now the cons is the DJ. The DJ was all over the place. I said to the DJ, is this the nightclub? Are we clubbing? Because why the hell are you playing all these songs? I mean, I love the songs, their hit songs, the bangers and all that stuff, Ja Rule and all that, the early 2000s music. You know, the DJ was playing R&B, hip-hop from the 2000s during a couple of segments. It's good for the club, but it's not good for the pageantry. Come on. There were some scenes where I just wanted them to walk slowly. You know, when they were walking in their formal wear, I just wanted a calm, soft ambiance music. I didn't need the hey, run it back, man. A minute. I said, gosh. That was the DJ. The show felt slightly dragged. You know, there was a bit of long talking. We just want a summarize show. Come on, man. Come here to say what you want to say. Keep it simple, keep it short. Now, I was not a fan of the first intro dress. Yeah, the first intro dress, I felt like the outfit was looking like 12-year-old girl. Yeah, I was not a fan of that style of outfit. Very outdated. I didn't like it. But like I said, from the second segment, the outfits were on point. The cultural outfits were on point. Everything was good, but I did not like the first segment intro dress. Did not like it at all. But yeah, for the rest, it was okay. I think I'm not missing anything. And also, because this is Miss Senegal, yeah, I also wanted to say that the winner for this one goes to Miss World. So this first runner-up was for Miss Universe. Yeah. So I feel maybe that's the reason why Miss Senegal Universe was not really getting that much promo in her country. I'm not going to lie, because I was not getting that much even when I was documenting Miss Senegal, you know, when I was talking about all the other ladies. I didn't really find a lot of info about her. So she was kind of overshadowed, and this is for the Miss Universe. So the winner for Miss Senegal goes to Miss World, first runner-up to Miss Universe. So number 8 is Zambia. So Miss Zambia, I was a bit lukewarm on this, even though I had more cons than pros, but I'm just going to call out the pros. What I liked, yeah, great venue, it's massive, it's big, it's well organized. I will say the show was well organized, it was good. It's just there were a couple of things where I'm like, you know, but it's okay. The evening gown was okay. It was good. They did their best. Miss Zambia, it was okay. Everything was good. The pace was good. It felt a bit boring. I'm not going to lie. I think it's also because of the presenter. Sometimes the MCs too, they make a massive difference on how they moderate this show. And I felt that there was no energy. Already, when it comes to pageants, I would prefer a woman to host it. I'm not going to lie. I would prefer a woman to host it. Or even if you're a man, you have to come out alive. Like, have an animated behavior. Come and present. The man was just, he was so scripted. It was not like he was not really engaging with the show. It was like he was not properly engaging with the audience. It felt a bit on a standstill. Some people were on their phones. I saw that there were some people, they were not looking interesting. And then we had, I think another negative for me is that even though the venue was good, it was big, high ceilings, spacious, amazing, the interior building was black. Yeah, no problem. In that case, we needed more lightning. I felt that the lightning, the ceiling lightning, it was not sufficient. And we need light so that we can see the girls very well. We can see their outfits. I felt that that was missing in a way. Or we needed a white backdrop. At least that's what they could have done. Yeah. The mic too, there were issues with the mic. It was going on, it was going off. So the sound effect was not that great. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. So that one, they have to fix that. I hated the national wear when they had to come up with their national wear and all that. The reason why is because what the winner wore, the Miss Zambia winner, what she wore at Miss Universe, that type of theme, it was almost similar to what they were wearing. The big bird with the feathers. And I just feel like Zambia, you people, when it comes to cultural wears or something else, like, you people need to start putting more effort in it. With time, people evolve. Just because we had the same clothing many years ago, does not mean that we should have it now. Like, I was a bit disappointed in that. But you know what? The girls, they performed very well. They tried their best. They tried to explain what the meaning is behind their clothes. I also felt like, why did we have the judges, one of the judge, read out the placements of the contestant?
Ladies and gentlemen, the one that has been voted from its personality is, drum roll,
What do we have the presenters for? And also, I felt like there was only one QA during this entire show. They came with the crown. I think it was good that they came with the crown. They explained what the crown meant, and we had...
Has the emeralds, the tanzanite, even tanzanite.
I'm sorry, DJ, please key off the music. I'm sorry, you have to come again.
The crown represents Zambian gemstones because every single gemstone is quoted. So it's very thing that you guys will need to talk. Hopefully.
Do you mind just bending it towards the camera for the cameras to and the audiences?
The crown unveil moment, even though they've been done separately during a press conference and not in the middle of the show, and then the presenter had to basically tell the lady that please bring it a bit down, move it here, move it there. And I'm like, did we not practice this? And even while she was explaining the meaning of the crown, you had the DJ still playing the music at the back. Like, they had to tell the DJ many times, can you stop playing? So that was the only thing. I just felt it was a bit disorganized, but it was okay. It was okay. I would just say it was okay. It wasn't the greatest show. So that was number 8. Number 9, we have Nigeria. Yes. I would have actually put Nigeria above Zambia. I'm not going to lie. I would have put Nigeria above Zambia, but I'm going to explain the reason why I did not put Nigeria above Zambia and why Nigeria is on number 9. Yeah? Nigeria, I've done a video about Nigeria. This was during this whole Chidinma issue. And the reason why I'm so critical on Nigeria's one is because the Silverbird, they were running this pageant for a very long time. I think since the 70s, 80s. So for a very long time, they have longevity in this business. Yeah, it's not one of those pageants that is owned by multiple people down the line. It's being sold, bought, it had different owners. They've been consistent when it came to ownership, so I would have expected them to evolve through the years. They have the money, but why is it not being invested? Second of all, I feel like the way the show is always rushed. They're like, listen, we don't really care about this national one. Let's just rush to do this national one just so that we have somebody to send to the international one. Yes. I know you guys will come for me, but this is the same opinion I had many months ago. I've watched Miss Nigeria before in the past, even the one from last year. And also, the third of all, the photographer did the girls dirty. For the promo shots, they did not make the girls look good. So unfortunately, you allowed these girls to be clowned on Twitter just because of the photographer. Yeah. The other part I'll say is that the venue, okay, no problem. Hotel conference, it is what it is. It's okay. I won't be too overcritical on it. The stage was a bit small. The stage was small and we had a lot of contestants. So the stage could have been extended. Also in the first half, there were not many guests. You know, and you start the show like this. At least we would have wished that all the seats were filled before we started the show. So the venue was a bit half empty. Third of all, where are the fans? Where are the fans of these girls? Sixth of all, we did the online vote. We had to vote for our faves. And I remember at that time, Miss Quara had a lot of votes. So she made it to the top 10. Why was there no QA for the top 10? Why did the top 10 people not have a moment? After they announced the top 10, immediately they went to top 5. 7 of all, the camp, the way they did the camp was not really enjoyable. I think they all did it in one venue. They stayed at the hotel, so they did everything there. Interaction with the sponsors, the talent show, the walking, the coaching, everything was just done in that space. And I said that when it comes to camp, we need a full 1 week episode of all these girls doing their activities in various places. If we needed yoga and exercises, I don't want to see that in a conference hall. I want to see that outdoor. So they could have hosted that one outdoors. We could have had a cultural visit. Yes, Nigeria is very big. It's very diverse. I still want to go there one day. I've never been to Nigeria before. But Nigeria has so many beautiful places too. They could have taken a trip to Calabar. And they could have done like a 2 or 3 day trip there, and they would have had a cultural experience, very, very nice, things like that, because this is still Miss Nigeria Universe. You have to make it about the country. So there were so many things, and I'm being critical because, like I said, they've been in business for how many years? Now the good thing is that, of course, they brought Chidima, and Chidima, she won. She did well. She presented herself well. She came with clout. And even though I'm glad they welcomed Chidima in the time that they needed her the most, they benefited from the clout. At least Miss Nigeria, their following boost. When it came to their social media, it grew. When it came to the show, she even added more spice, more prestige to Miss Nigeria. Now, because of how far she went in Miss Nigeria, many girls would like to compete again in Miss Universe. So my advice to Miss Universe Nigeria is that please invest a little bit more in this show. Organize it well. We had hair sponsors, Lush Hair. Why is it that we could not see how Lush was styling these girls' hairs? And I don't even think these girls made use of Lush Hair. It's like they brought their own wigs on the final. Like, I needed them to style these girls' hairs. They would have done so many type of hairstyles. We would have had lovely twist. We would have had extensions, anything. And we didn't even see that. That was the point of the sponsors. So I felt, I was so critical about Miss Nigeria. Now, Miss Nigeria did have some good points. I did like the cultural show. You know me, I love culture. I love the cultural performances. They did very well. The presenters too, they also did their job. I liked it. It was a bit lively. I will say that. The atmosphere was there. They were interacting with Twitter. You know what? I have to give it to them. They invested a bit more money when it came to Chidima. You know, they had her hooked with a pageant coach. So hence why I'm a bit more critical on Miss Nigeria. But at the end of the day, it worked well for them. I wish them the best. Like I said, I hope that in the future they will do well and they will invest a bit properly in this. So now we're almost getting to the worst ones. As the number goes up, it's getting to the worst. So Congo. Congo, the national director, she's beautiful. She looks like a model. Love her. She looks stunning. They had good performers. Yeah. The acts that came to perform, the musicians that came to perform, they did their best. They did well. And I like how they showed their advocacy when they all went to the refugee camp. I love that they showed the sashing ceremony. and just the overall camp activities. They showed it actually on their big screen, so what they've been up to. It was good. The photographers did a good job because the photo shoot looks good. Of all these delegates, they looked good. They looked amazing. They looked stunning. I love the intro music. I love that they actually created an intro music for Miss Universe Congo. The song, I need to stream it. Oh, namaya maya namano. Oh, ni namanga wele no. It's nice. I actually like the intro music. It was good. It was giving. I love the hairstyles too and all that. So that's it. I like the intro dance. At least the girls, they can dance, you know. Congolese girls, they can dance. So I like that they showed their dancing moves. So that was the nice part. At least I kept it nice. Now I'm going to the dislikes. Hold on. The video is 4 hours long. And when I watched the whole show, it could have just been 1 hour and a half. It's like they came unprepared. The show started first with the national director. She was talking for God knows how long. And I'm like, what she's saying, it could have been saved for the press conference. We did not need it on the main live show. Then I think they had another dignitary coming. I'm not sure if he was the minister. He too, he was also talking. He was talking. And I'm like, gosh, what is going on? And at that time, most of the seats too were not filled. And I'm like, I hope this is not a televised version because I'm watching the YouTube version. It's raw. For me, it's like the show started, I think, after, or when it was almost 1 hour. Yeah, no problem. I'm not a fan of the venue. Yeah, I felt like that type of venue, it's okay for weddings, for a birthday event. That's okay. But for that Miss Universe one, I felt a bit claustrophobic because the ceiling was quite low. It was quite low. The stage was so small and they had so many girls. It was maybe like they started the show with top 12 girls. They had so many girls and you know they were struggling on stage. And then we had the pillar. I hated the whole stage design, the whole setting. Even where the judges were sitting, I felt like they didn't have to put a board there that those are the juries. Yeah, this is not Sim City. We're not building a city. They should have done away with that paper. They need better stage design. I understand when it comes to mega production, we don't all have it, but you could have been creative with the way you did it. No problem. So a lot was going, like I said, a lot was going on with some of the performers. You know, I think the performer was singing and then the ladies were walking, and I felt that I think if that's the case, they should have just used his audio backing to sing and let the girls walk, because there was barely any space and he was singing there. And I think it's good to have a performer sing while the girls walk when the stage is big. Don't do it when it's small. So he was not needed there. I'm not going to lie. Also the backdrop of the whenever the girls would walk, yeah, the background screen, I wish it was going to be like landmarks. They should have used visuals of the landmark of Congo. Congo has beautiful nature. They have beautiful places. Like, you're promoting Congo, so they should have put it in the backdrop. I wish they did that when these girls would walk. They should have put the background visuals of Congo's landmark. They need more effort. We needed more effort in the production. I wish there was suspense sound when they announced the winner or when they announced the top 10. It was just plain like that, like, okay, we're just going to announce the top 10, this, that, with no suspense music. At least keep us suspended. Yeah, so like I said, and also there was only one QA, but I hope with time, as they evolve, because I see the potential in Miss Congo, you know, I really see the potential, but they really have a lot to work on. Venue wise, do something with high ceiling. Let there be enough lighting, because we really need to see these girls well. Yes, we need to see them properly. There are people maybe sitting in the back, they cannot even see it. And even me seeing this on TV, I could not see things properly. And then, yeah, because the stage was so small, so we didn't even see them coming from the back. So let me move on now to the ones that are getting to the worst. Ow, some people would not like to hear me say this. I'll go for Cameroon. Yes. Cameroon, first of all, let me just go to the pros. So Cameroon, I loved how packed the audience was. The energy of the fans was unmatched. These fans were, you could hear them shout. You think you're even at a football match. Like, the fans came through. I'll give it to them. I love the switch up between English and French because, like we know, Cameroon is a bilingual country similar to their counterpart Canada. They speak English, they speak French. Of course, aside from all the local national languages that they have. Yeah. And I love the dance moves. I love the dance that they did during this segment. I also love how the delegates were shown in their VT, what they're passionate about when it comes to the advocacy. So whether it's mental health, whether it's DV and all that. So I liked watching that. I also like the second round when they had the Ankara two-piece suit. Loved it. They also look good in their swimsuit wear. Love the cultural ethnic segment. And I'm glad that they did that one, especially the cultural segment, because you saw the diversity of Cameroon's culture. Like, Cameroon is called Africa in miniature. It's a tiny Africa, so it's very, very diverse, different languages, I think in almost the whole of Africa. And I really like that they did that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful performance. Now, then I have a lot of cons. The cons outweigh the pros. Now, first of all, yeah, the screen quality was so bad, it gave me headache. It gave me migraine. Aish! It gave me migraine. I said, wow! What am I watching? I can't see the thing very well. Yeah? Then we have Chantal Biya, the first lady. The first lady, you know, her husband has been the longest ruling president, I think almost in Africa. The man has been 40 years and all that. But Chantal Biya was there as the dame, as the madame. She was sitting there right in front of the stage. Just in front of the stage where the girls were walking, performing. She stood there as the grande dame. I said, what the hell is this woman doing there? And the camera, throughout the whole show, the camera was panning it on her, on Chantal. The girls will come, bam, Chantal. They made the whole show about Chantal. They made the whole show about Chantal. They showed her throughout. Even when there was a musical, there was one performance from one artist. He came to perform. He made a song dedicated to Chantal. Oh, Chantal, oh.
Maman Chantal Biya, prenez dame du Cameroun, fais mon grand cœur. Maman Chantal Biya, maman Chantal Biya, maman Chantal Biya.
Oh, Chantal. I said, what? One person also came with a drawing for her. Chantal. They made the whole show about her. And even to make matters worse, when they had to do the crowning ceremony, it was not even the former Miss Cameroon that came to put the crown on her head. Guess who put the crown on the current winner's head? Chantal Biya. She put the crown, the first lady put the crown on her head. Hey! Like, Cameroon would not even be almost at the bottom of my list, but because they made it about Chantal Biya, I said no. I had to move. Hey, I had to move it there. So also, I was not such a fan of their unified intro outfit, which was the Ankara style type, because I didn't like the fabric. Like, I can tell the one that has been sometimes ordered by China, you know, and the one that has been really properly done locally well, either in Africa, the textile print in Africa, or the one in Holland. That's another story on its own. But it's okay, they made it work. The performances, I think the performances were very interesting. I think out of all the shows that I've watched, this was a pageant that has the most performing acts. Musical performance. Somebody came to play the xylophone. Somebody came to do a dance. Somebody came to do acrobatics. It had so many performances. I think it was like 10 performers. Even though, hey, it's okay. They kept us entertained. I'm not going to lie. They made it work for them. I'm like, Is it going to be about the ladies? What the hell is going on? Is this America's Got Talent? So many Cameroon's Got Talent. Is this Cameroon's Got Talent? So many talent acts, but it's okay. I cannot complain. So the performances were very, very interesting. I love the performance, but there was some of the outfits. I'm going to drag them. I hated the outfit. I hated the wig. There was this lady. She came to perform. She's very talented, very good. She's old school type, but I hated the wig. The wig was worn out. It was, you know, one of those wigs, the tired wigs that you've abandoned it. It was in the closet for so long. Seriously, you're better off bringing your own hair out. I'm not shaming wigs, but if you get a good one. But it's okay. That wig was, hey. And then the old school type of shoes, the glasses. I say, hey. Some of the performances were off key. And also, why are they playing the DJ too had this also messed up, because why are you playing all of the lights, turn off the lights in here baby during a bikini segment? I just wanted a calm ambient sound so that I could fully focus on the bikini sound. This is not the club. Why? Why? And also, they barely made use of the background screen. The background screen, they made it known that it was on MP4 and they were streaming from their laptop, because you could literally see, you know, the Windows taskbar. You could basically see that, and we're not supposed to see that. They barely made use of the background. They just had it on home screen almost throughout the whole show, or they will just show the promo video of the they'll show the promo video of the hotel, the sponsors and all that. Just a few of the ladies. So make use of the background screen. When the girls come and walk in their bikini, I want to see ambiance background of the beach, of maybe a landmark of Cameroon. Then I should be in the stage production. Seriously. Hey. Also, we barely saw the judges. I don't even think I've seen the judges. They put the whole focus on Chantal Bia. I even thought that Chantal Bia and the ladies that she was sitting in between, that they were the judges. I thought they would be the judges. We barely saw the judges. They shifted the judges all the way to that side. They say you people don't matter. Also, I felt like most of the answers, whenever they would be asked by a question by the judges, because I'm not sure if maybe the presenter is connecting with the judges, most of the ladies, they will just dedicate that answer to Chantal Bia. They are pleading their case to Chantal Bia. I say Chantal Bia is the one who is deciding who is the winner. The judges, they're not main characters. They're just side characters. They're just there for decorations. And we haven't even seen them. So the girls were literally answering to Chantal Bia. Sure. And even after the show, yeah, I've watched after the show, you know, sometimes I watch behind the scene. The guests were still waiting there. They didn't even leave. At least wait for the guests to leave before you are rolling the carpet and arranging things there. How can guests be standing there and you are rolling the carpet? Why? We are still enjoying the celebration. We're still celebrating the win of Raisa. People are relaxing there. They're in the hallway. You're rolling the carpet. Why? It was a bit disorganized. The venue, I wasn't such a fan of the venue. The venue was actually big. It had potential. With such a space, it had potential. But I hated the way they did the floor. You know, they put flowers there at the side. The color too was, the color on the stage floor was just a hot mess. We saw the loudspeakers there. You know, the whole stage production was, I'll say it was one of the worst. It wasn't the worst, but it was one of the worst. You could have kept it simple and short, because they had the venue. They actually had the venue. It could have been done better. Even with not enough money, they could have made it work. So I'm not even being critical. I'm not saying, oh, do it on the level of that. No. But they could have done it in a better way. But at the end of the day, it was entertaining to watch. I'm not going to lie. Miss Cameroon, even though I've placed them almost worse, it was entertaining to watch. Good. Now, the worst one. I know they'll come for me. On this number, yeah, you people will come for me, is Equatorial Guinea. Yes, Equatorial Guinea. I was looking forward to it, but it was disappointing. The background screen was so small. I said, what is going on? Is this the background screen? Some of the girls were even taller than the screen. Yeah, some of the girls were, I'm tall. I'm 5'8". Some of the girls, look, some of the girls were taller than the screen. The screen was just here. I said, what? How the hell do you expect these girls to? Anyway, I'll move on. The background screen was terrible. Already the venue was a bit small, but at least the theater stage was big. They're in a theater. I felt the stage was big. They could have done better with the background screen. And then also the presenter, their outfits was horrible. I'm like, are you people presenters? Where's the professionalism? You come to present, you wear a formal wear. Or at least you wear an African trad outfit. What is this guy wearing? If you see the guy, even though who's hot, by the way, he's hot. But if you see the guy, you think he's going to perform at the Chippendales. Because what kind of outfit is this? Are you going to perform at the Chippendales? The male strip club. And even I had my doubts first, and then he confirmed because he was doing those moves. He was doing like this. I say, hey, this is not a job for you. Go to the Chippendales. The girls' fit, I was not such a fan of it. You're coming on stage, you come to present, you look your best. You look your best. Why? Anyway, let me move on. I hated the sash. Yes, the sash was one of the worst sash I've seen. I said, what kind of messy sash is this? Why are the front seats empty? Every single time they were showing it, you had the very front where maybe some of the VIP would sit, and then in the middle front seats is empty. Why? And we saw the camera angle coming. Oh my god. The intro dance was uncoordinated. Some girls were moving to the left, some girls were moving to the right, some girls, it's like they didn't even rehearse it. It's like they didn't even rehearse the dance. Eh? Ay, ay, ay. Then we have the DJ. We even hear the DJ him in the background. He's talking, hey, my god, this is it, as the music was going on. I'm like, you are not a hype man. This is not the club. Estelia, go away. Yo, Nene. Is this a pageant or is this a nightclub? So I was also a bit disappointed in the cultural segment. They just walked in there. The outfits was not really giving. But it seems like the girls today were not really walking with presence. Like if you're coming in cultural wear, like I need you to perform, do something and all that. It's part of your culture. So also what I hated is, imagine you're coming in a cultural wear segment and they're playing in the background, this is the rhythm of the night. Where's the correlation? Where is the traditional Equatorian music that they could have added to the background? There's no coordination. The DJ is playing a different song. He's out here playing a 90s track. 90s American track. How does that correlate with the cultural wear? The stage was even a bit so small that the presenters could not even come into the middle of the stage. They had to go almost at, where the side is? At the back. They had to stand all the way at the side while they were talking and announcing.
Oh, and this our grandfather, seriously, he performed well, but I don't know, his performance was all over the place. They really did him dirty with the sound effects. Just watch.
Hello.
Anyway, I was a bit confused because also the nightgown was quite identical, which again I've said in the previous one, I forgot which country it is. We don't need identical nightgowns. This is an essential look. No effort in the outfits. There was basically no effort. Why are they identical? And so when they were announcing, I think they were announcing Miss World. Yes, the Miss World version. So I said, oh, okay, Miss World version. And then after that, when they announced Miss World, then they had their top 5 for the Miss Universe one. So then finally they selected the winner. So I thought, okay, I think it would have been best if they did the winner, maybe like first runner up will go to Miss Universe, second runner up will go to Miss World, you know. But they did it a bit, it was a bit uncoordinated, but it's okay. So it was just it was a bit all over the place, you know. Equatorial Guinea, I was a bit disappointed, like seriously, why? The only pros that I like is I like the ethnic group dance. When they did the group dance, I loved it. The hair too, they did well, you know. They tried with when it came to the hair, but the whole production was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. But you know what? At the end of the day, even though I've ranked, this is now my list. As for the other countries that I didn't mention, you know, Eritrea, Somalia, Guinea Conakry, they didn't hold national competition. I hope soon they will, you know, because you know how I feel about that. Even though these countries that I've called the worst, they've made an effort. They were called the worst, but at least they made an effort. They put up something. So for you, the 3 countries that didn't do it, you know, you're hiding in America and you handpick somebody. But it's okay, I'm not going to judge you people, but for me, you guys are even the worst because they didn't even make an effort. At least this one, they made an effort. But it's all fun and games. But on a serious note, I want us to improve. I want us to improve our national pageants. We have so much to give. We're very, very talented. When it comes to music, when it comes to performing arts, we're so talented. Even pageantry too. We can do better. And I really want us to improve. Yes, I make these.
Skrrr, camera battery ran out on me. But anyway, I'll just keep it simple and short. This video is not to mock any pageant. At the end of the day, they're all doing their best. I know it's not easy putting up something like this. With time, I hope they evolve, but I think that they need to take a different approach on how they do certain things, yeah? Even if you want to do it low budget, there are ways to do it in a simple way and it still looks presentable. I might do a follow-up video on this. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think about this video. Which one was your best and which one was your worst? At the end of the day, it's all for improvement, not to bash anybody. Anyway, thank you once again, and I'm sorry for this long-ass video. Thank you. Bye-bye. Love you.